listening to Opie and Anthony. On the virus, Sirius-XM.
Do you get to a point when you're doing a show like where you're on for a long time where you start to want to change direction in the way they're portraying you? I think they said Larry Linville from MASH, who was Frank Burns, they said that was, the producer always said that was one mistake they made, was they never allowed him to kind of go beyond just being idiot Frank Burns. Like everybody else evolved, but he didn't really evolve as a character. When you're doing something for 11 years, do you get to a point where you want to, like, I want this guy to be taken more seriously, or I want this guy to do this, or whatever it is?
Didn't happen to me. I didn't feel that way. It was a big group of folks. There was, 7 or 8 of us usually, series regulars, and it's only 22 minutes, so you kind of had to, make do with your little angle of the show that week, whether it was,
sure.
Whether it was the story was about you, or whether the B story was about you, or, it didn't really matter.
How about Kirstie Alley? You mean, obviously know her well. She's making a weird living now. Like, it's a weird... It's kind of like it's something that obviously hurts her, is being the weight, and she keeps going like
She's pretty fat.
She is, but she's like trying to take it.
No one ever thought she would become a big girl, George. Did you see it on set at Cheers?
No.
Yeah, she's like a completely different person now.
But what's interesting to me is not the fact that she's heavier. It's the way that it's almost like taking something that hurts you and owning it to make it comfortable. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, for me, I'm a perv. I get hookers, all that shit. So a way of me not helping it, and a way of me fucking owning it.
Yeah.
And using it in my... You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's kind of what she's...
I don't know. Yeah.
You don't talk to her anymore?
Yeah,
or?
I speak with her now and then.
Yep.
Yeah. She's hilarious.
But does she get tired of the whole the fat actress thing, or is she comfortable with it? Or
I haven't spoken with her about these issues. Whether she's tired of that, or tired of tabloids, and it's not really what we talk about. But so I can't speak for her. And she speaks so well for herself. So.
Yeah, she is. I mean, I'm just kind of, I guess, from my own experience, just interested. That's all.
Yeah.
I read half your book, George, and I didn't get to the end where you have a whole chapter on rehab, I noticed. I didn't get there yet. What's your thoughts on rehab? Because there's a quote that starts the chapter. It says, "Why is it that when you drink 7 nights a week in college, you're a partier, but after that, you're an alcoholic?" So you don't believe in rehab, right?
Well, yeah, no, I have lots of friends and family, indeed, in rehab. And, rehab. Well, in recovery is.
Recovery, sure, yeah.
And, I think it's awesome. And, I've thought about it as a career move. Because I think there's some serious networking done at those meetings, But I've also thought about becoming a Cub fan as a career move. Just because all the cool guys are.
But have you thought about quitting? Like, I'm not saying you need to. I also don't know you. But
No, I've quit from time to time. Not in a comprehensive way where I've joined the program or anything like that, but just out of discipline,
Just because say, like, all right, I know this might be getting a little out of hand, so I want to see if I can do it for X amount of time.
No, not because I thought it was getting out of hand. Just because, I was on a diet, or because, I just felt like it.
What's the longest you're able to stop? Or that you chose to stop?
6 weeks, maybe a couple months, something like that.
How good did that first one feel?
That was great. I was in Amsterdam. I was like, I know I'm going to drink again, have a beer again.
Yeah.
So, like, if I don't have a beer in Amsterdam, and then
of course.
I'm going to be, like, down at the corner and just, have some crap beer.
When you were, you kind of, it's kind of hard when you're portrayed as a guy in a show who drinks. That's your thing. You're the guy who's sitting there with a beer, you're Norm. Did that kind of make you drink more, or was that the guy you were when you kind of came in?
Kind of was the guy when I came in. A lifetime in the making, the preparation for the role. And
it happened to work out, and it happened to give you a great role.
Yeah.
So you write a book about drinking. I don't mean to obsess over the drinking. It's just, it is the book.
Yeah, it is the book.
Because to me, we write what we know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've written stuff, and it's like you kind of write with the stuff that's good about you and the stuff that's bad about you. So to me, like, the fact that George wrote this, and you could have written about anything, because, again, you are who you are. It says something. It's like, I know you love beer and it's fun, but that to me, that's like, that's owning something that is, at times, maybe frightening.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Kind of like the Kirstie thing?
In a way, for me, the sex, yeah, or in a way, owning stuff that is, or somehow taking something that's bad and hurting me and making it work for me. That's just why. I guess that's why I'm talking on it.
That's okay. You can talk whatever you want.
Now this is the soft cover, right?
Paperback.
Paperback. Yeah. I mean, so did you add anything to the paperback that wasn't in the original book?
I added one more thank you or something.
That was it. The cover's softer.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
Did you?
No, why would I add to?
Well, no, that's what people do to sell more copies.
Oh,
you
like
add a
the
little to the
special
paperback,
version,
so
the
the people, the people that bought the hardcover go, "Wow, now I need the paperback because he added a chapter."
I've added chapters to both books and paperback because it kind of motivated people to go out, because they're like, "Why would I buy the same book I have?"
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. It kind of, all right, I'll buy it because it's $15 instead of $25.
Yeah,
It's got an extra chapter.
That's all I was thinking. But what? I guess.
Let me go to the phones. Kevin from Connecticut. We got George Wendt in studio from Cheers fame, of course. Kevin, what do you got?
No.
He can't hear you, buddy. He's got George Wendt.
He yelled Norm, which is
I
kind of
could
fun.
hear that actually.
Yeah, that's fun, right?
The table.
Fun for everyone.
Yeah.
Kevin, what do you got?
When you were on Cheers, did you actually drink beer?
Nah, it was fake beer, non-alcoholic beer.
Couldn't drink it?
Our director
real
thought
beer?
Cass might get sluggish, according to
I'm
our
having
director.
real beer right now for you, buddy.
Really? All right.
Now, there was never a time that there was a real beer just for the hell of it?
Oh, yeah, towards the end of the
course.
evening, we convinced the prop man to slip some real beers in because we were mostly done.
Yeah, they had their takes, and, sure. Why not enjoy a beer?
What's that, sir?
One last thing.
About the
Sure.
beer.
Loved you in Dreamscape, buddy.
Oh, yeah, Dreamscape.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. Let me say hi to Greg in Jersey. Greg?
Hey, what's up, George? How you doing?
Good.
Hey, George, I was at I was a Paramount VIP for the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
What time did you guys start drinking? Because the whole cast, you guys were all shit-faced.
You talking about in Boston when the episode aired?
Correct.
We started drinking when the show aired. When we got there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was a 2-hour show, and nobody thought to feed us, and we were just a little lit up.
Oh, a bunch of booze, no food.
Yeah.
Is it hard? No, sorry,
Hey, Jimmy, stop being such a freaking downer, too. Let the guy drink.
I'm not being it down and not letting him drink.
Yeah,
Sir,
really.
it's like I believe me. I relate to George in a certain way, and he's written a book about something. So what kind of an idiot would I be if I didn't talk about the guy who's? He comes in, he goes, and this I'm not saying. How you doing? I'm hungover. All right, my book. What's it called? Drinking with George. All right. Well, how do we not go there? To me, that's really interesting.
Of course.
That's great.
I didn't say I was hungover. I hadn't had coffee yet.
All right, actually, all right. You're correct. I did say
It's a big part of his life, the beer.
it is.
Do you drink anything else?
Yeah, the odd shooters.
The odd shooter, sure.
Yeah.
So what is your? I guess what's your favorite beer? I have to ask.
Oh,
you that.
that's a great question.
Honestly, I don't. I'm a creature of whim. Like I just like.
Let's make
can
history
stand
today,
there.
because I know you've never
No.
said what your favorite beer is. Let's make history today. What's your favorite beer, if you had to say?
I swear to God, I can't do it.
I believe him too. I really do. What beer sucks? There's got to be one that you won't drink.
I don't really like the some of the new craft brews that are like seasonal and fruity and pumpkiny and raspberry. Those
You want
sorts
to taste
of
like
types
fucking
of-
beer.
Yeah, I like beer and yellow or dark or in between. I'm sort of digging the craft brews, obviously, but I'll just grab a 6-pack of anything. Depending on how I feel.
I used to drink the beer. I found was awful. Was because I was young. I couldn't have no money. So one of them was Meister. You ever drink Meister Brown?
Meister Brown.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. But you can get
Really?
a cake for it. Oh, but we never drank it cold. We only drank it warm.
Okay, see that's a problem.
You gotta chill it up a little bit.
$8 for a case of beer. So you could drink Meister Brown.
Yeah.
That George is definitely a fucking drinker. anyone who says Meister Brown, well, that's not bad.
Sure.
It was terrible.
Really?
Oh,
When will you have your first beer today?
yeah. What time? We don't have any here. We'd offer you.
Yeah.
It would be kind of fun if he was drinking a beer while talking about his Drinking with George book.
Right. I'll
Why
have the
not?
Coffee. What? Because I don't drink in the daytime.
You started pretty much. You make yourself wait till.
Yeah, that's why I hate like daylight savings time. Like, what the hell? Come on, go down already.
Are the shakes real bad as you wait to wait for the sun to go down?
I'm shaking away.
No, but do you make yourself wait? Like, all right, like, I'd like to indulge a little bit, but I better wait until.
Yeah, actually. Like when the game comes on at 6 out west or something, I'm kind of like, it's like still 2 hours of daylight. I don't really, so you're a little bit thrown off.
Right.
Yeah.
Does the wife give you crap about it, or the kids like, yeah,
No.
come on? No, they don't care.
No.
All right.
Let me say hi to Steve in Florida. We got George Wendt in studio.
Hey, George, how you doing?
Good.
Listen, I saw you at the Great American Beer Fest in Denver, Colorado. Tell us a little bit about that. I know you made the appearance. I guess you're trying to sign in some autographs or whatever, but did you get a chance to enjoy the beer, and what did you think about the different regions and all?
It's really kind of shocking, the quality of the craft brew, movement in America, at least. I'm sure all over the world, but it just blows my mind. Like, everything is just ridiculously good.
What was this beer event?
Great American Beer Festival in Denver, and it's probably they give out awards, and it's probably the biggest award thing for America.
For the beer itself?
For various categories of beers.
Did you go out there, or did they bring you out as a celebrity?
I think I went out there by way of trying to promote my book.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went out there to kind of be around a bunch of other
drunks.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't. My book wasn't released yet, so it was kind of not the best timing in the world because I couldn't really sell any or sign any or how they do.
How long before the book came out did you promote there?
Kind of just a few weeks before, so the timing was bad. But I'll go back, say, next year if possible, and be like selling the merch, if you will.
Do you think television now is what happened? I find this getting a bunch of shit now on Family Guy because of some anti-Vietnam War joke or whatever. But doesn't it seem like the only place we allow any type of edgy comedy anymore on TV is in cartoons? I mean, what do you think as a guy who was in a successful show about what is being passed off, I guess, as edgy comedy or whatever on sitcoms now?
Yeah, I don't pay much attention to a lot of shows, so I'm not a good person to answer that. But a lot of the comedy is very soft, and if they try to be edgy, it's it's really more fun on the cartoons because they're just so fast. Like, for example, Family Guy, it's just hilarious, but they say stuff and it's over, and it's like, did he? Whoa, what?
Yeah,
and the references are so fast and funny that. It's like a freight train. You just can't.
You guys want the clip that you're referencing, Jim?
Yeah,
so I have it if you want.
Okay, yeah, this was on this week's, I think, South Park.
Sunday's Family Guy.
Oh, Family Guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If it ever goes.
There is it's actually a very funny part in this where they have it stopped playing. There's two they show the Washington Monument. Oh,
there it is, Washington D.C., the seat of government for the world's former most powerful nation.
Wow, those are all the monuments I read about in school. There's the Washington Monument.
The Washington
There's
Monument.
the Obama Monument.
It's black, much bigger.
And there's the Vietnam War Memorial.
Hey, check out that Vietnamese guy giving the business to those Vietnam vets.
Scoreboard! Scoreboard! Oh, what happened to your friend? Hey, I know that guy. I kill him. He cried like a bitch.
Holy
Vietnam,
shit.
undefeated.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a rough one.
Wow.
So you don't really watch most of sitcoms or anything like that?
Not really. What I think I've seen, like Curb Your Enthusiasm, I'll watch, and it's not judgmental or anything.
I'm judging. I think most of it's terrible. It's because I think they're too afraid of being offensive. They're too afraid of getting the letters from people. I mean, even Sam Malone. It's like he's just a drinker who wanted to bang a bunch of chicks in a bar. He's in recovery, but he wanted to bang a bunch of chicks. And the idea of wanting to bang a bunch of girls now in a sitcom, they'd probably go, well, it's not really likable. He should be.
Yeah, except for Charlie Sheen does that, and
in real life, yeah.
Well, no, in the show. Come on now.
The Virus. Sirius-XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.